Okay, so this video, isn't a response to the presentation by Dr. Nathan about the physics behind baseball. I found his lecture to be extremely useful as well as very informative. Unfortunately, I did not grow up playing baseball, but still I found his lecture to be very informative. Um, he talks about the ball and the bat's collision, and he also talks about the difference between the wooden and the aluminum bat. You know, myself, I have always wondered which bat is better and why. Because sometimes when I go out with my friend and they always argue, like, oh man, should we play with the wooden bat or the aluminum bat? I know for all the baseball fan out there, this is probably an easy answer. But for a beginner like me, this is a pretty new information and concept. Um, well, aluminum bat proved to be a better choice than the wooden bat because the aluminum is lighter, so the bat could travel at a higher speed. You know, the wooden bat also has a lower momentum of inertia because most of the bat is hollow, so the majority of the mass is at the holder. He also talks about the idea of a spring. The aluminum bat is more like a spring than a wooden bat. I want to rephrase this. It's more flexible. Because it's more flexible, it allows the bat, to be able to hit the ball further, pretty much. Of course, always the hot question is, how fast can you hit the ball? He talks about the factor that would determine the speed of the ball. This include pitch speed, bat speed, and collision efficiency, which could be calculated by an equation involving velocity of pitch and velocity of bat. However, he emphasized on the fact that the velocity of the bat is much, much, much more important than the velocity of the pitch. Now, on this slide, it actually shows that each mile per hour bat speed is worth approximately 6 feet, while each mile per hour of pitch speed is only worth 1 feet. Since the only thing that matters is the velocity of the bat, he showed us a video as a proof to us that you could hit a home run without a grip on a bat. I found this to be mind blowing because throughout my life, even though I haven't played, baseball, but I have, hit the softball before. I have played tennis, and I have always thought that the harder you grip, will mean the harder you can hit the ball. So this is pretty new concept for me, and next time I'm definitely gonna try it out and see if it actually work out. Um, and also he talks about the spin of the ball. Just like any other sport that involve hitting or contacting with a ball, it would create a spin. Even soccer, you can curve the ball. So we talk about a spin in baseball. He talk about that when you hit, you can create different type of spins pretty much. You can create a top spin, you can create a back spin. It all depending on the location of the bat that you hit. I found this to be it's pretty basic knowledge if you have played sport before that different type of spins. But however, I did not know this fact that usually the ball would spin toward the foul line. Either side, either left field or the right field. It usually curves toward the foul line. So he gave an example of one time when a hitter hit the ball, and the bat was broken. So then the ball actually hit the bat 3 times, which pretty much messed up the curve. So then the fielder got confused, and then he actually scored the run and win the game because of that. Yeah, so this is pretty much what his presentation is about. So I got more curious about the science behind baseball, so I looked up more information about how the science of baseball. So it turns out that the baseball player on average hits slower ball much further than a fastball. So this kind of shows that the velocity it's not everything. It's not everything in hitting far. In a fastball, the hitter usually hit the square contact, which is about 10 degrees. So, but that angle doesn't create a home run hit or a very far hit. Instead, a home run hit is usually hit at an angle about 20 degrees. Which allows the ball to travel much further. The slower ball also allows hitter to hit the ball at a better launch angle. The slower ball also allows hitter to hit the ball at the later in the swing. Why is this important? This is because your arm and your shoulder is filled with potential and energy. As swing progresses, potential energy is more converted to kinetic energy, which allows the hitter to hit the ball further. Another interesting topic, that came up while I was searching the internet was the pitcher safety. On a 90 mile per hour pitch, the ball could potentially reach the mound, which after the contact of the hitter, it would potentially come back to the mound in 0.375 seconds. Because of that, on top of the fact that pitcher followed through, it would leave the pitcher very vulnerable for a comeback. And if the ball hit the pitcher, it could create more than 4,000 pounds of force. Because of this, the NCAA has used a nil bat prototype in which the sweet spot of the ball is approximately 2 inches smaller. It proves that the nil bat, the ball would leave the bat 5% slower than the old bat. Say for example, with an old bat, a 400 feet home run, we can hit it in a 400 feet home run. With a nil bat, it would only travel 375 feet, which doesn't go over the fence. By regulating this bat, it has already shown that the home run number already decreases by 35% because of this new regulation. So that's pretty much for me. Thank you very much for watching.